The concept of self-esteem has its origins in the 18th century, first expressed in the writings of David Hume, the Scottish Enlightenment thinker. He noted in his Treatise of Human Nature, 1740, that a well-founded but concealed self-esteem is approved, is a virtue in quotes, while excessive pride or conceit is a vice. Self-esteem founded on an accurate assessment of one's strengths and politely concealed from others, though is both agreeable and advantageous to its possessor without being distressing to others. In psychology, self-esteem or self-worth refers to a person's subjective appraisal of himself or herself in intrinsically positive or negative. In a layman's language, self-esteem is the way we think about ourselves and the value we place on ourselves. The big question now is, how do you know your self-esteem is you? What are those criteria you look out for that you are in charge of your self-esteem? Perhaps the simplest definition of self-esteem is found in Webster Dictionary, which says that self-esteem is satisfaction with oneself. In another edition of the same dictionary, self-esteem means one good opinion of one's dignity or worth. If you can check the word frequently using all these explanations so far, it's very obvious that the arrows are pointing to the personnel, which is how are you in charge of your self-esteem? What are those things you need to fight to be in control of your self-esteem? The answers are not far-fetched. One and most important thing one needs to fight against is depression. Depression is a common illness worldwide, with an estimated 3.8% of the population affected, including 5.0% among adults and 5.7% among adults older than 60 years. Approximately 280 million people in the world have depression. Having a good understanding of depression will help you build your self-esteem because both go hand in hand. How can you improve your self-esteem? To improve your self-esteem, you can think about things you are good at. What are your strengths? Celebrate the small things in your life. Give yourself a pat on the back when you achieve even a small thing. Challenge your negative thinking. Look for alternative explanations and put into perspective. Think about things you can change. Don't worry about things you can't change. Avoid trying to do things perfectly. Perfection is not possible. Stop beating yourself up if you make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Do things you enjoy. It's easier to be positive than when you are doing things you like. Be with people who don't bring you down. Volunteer to help people. This can make you feel better about yourself. Exercise. It can improve. True self-esteem reflects the real value of a person, which does not depend on any specific ability compared to others, but rather reside in their integrity as a person who fulfills their potential with regard to their unique talents and abilities, who relate harmoniously with others, and who is responsible in relationship to their environment. Always have it in mind that 85% of the world population are affected with low self-esteem. Self-esteem is often referred to as self-worth or self-respect. When individuals have low self-esteem, it can be difficult for some individuals to feel a sense of worth or confidence in whom they are. Often at times, individuals have high expectations of themselves, which can elicit self-critical thoughts and low self-esteem. If they don't measure up, when individuals are experiencing low self-esteem, it can impact their level of happiness, relationship, performance at work and in school. Individuals may feel increased anxiety or loneliness, which can cause them to not live up to their full potentials. This can leave individuals vulnerable to developing depression, eating disorders, anxiety disorders, and other mental health illnesses. So don't be part of that percentage and build yourself. You are your self-esteem. Remember, you are the center of your self-perception, self-concept, self-knowledge, self-esteem, and social self.